One. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. Greg.
All right. So the three of you find yourselves once again on the precipice of the crumbling castle, ready to adventure your way down into the catacomb basement and see if you can kill yourselves a Bandersnatch.
Well, before we go to the basement, I'm saying in Orcish, I think we should go upstairs first. He seemed intent on us not going there.
I think that's a good idea. This world is horrible. I thought the world was good, but this world is full of people who put meth in milk.
Your character has really had a dark turn there, Rob.
You ruined Bessie's milk for her.
All right. So you make your way through the crumbling walls on the outside of this castle, and you make your way to the manor. And as the front door of it hangs on a hinge sideways, it kind of blowing in the wind a little bit, kind of making a banging sound. As you pry it open and peer in, you see stonework, some of it in much better condition than others, laid out in tiles along the floor. You're in the manor proper, and it is essentially empty. Either looters or people in the town have long since picked through most of the furniture, tapestries, or whatever that were in this first floor here. As Fritzy described to you, there is two staircases that you can see, along with other doors and other entrances to the manor. One leading up to the top floor, where he said he doesn't know what's up there, and one leading below. Most of the other entrances that you can kind of see, you think you see something that might be like a kitchen that's kind of through an open entrance into the very back hall, like directly in front of you. It has a clear place where there could be cooking utensils and like a fire built. The other entrances to the east and west are collapsed and crumbled together and essentially blocked off, as if by a level designer that didn't want to go in.
Well, you didn't trust him at first, and now we're here. Now that we're here, you're not trusting him again. I say we trust this feller. He's been honest so far, and all of our, double thinking on him and suspecting him to be a villain has really just not gotten us nowhere. So let's just trust the guy and head downstairs. Y'all need to trust people.
I think we should look around upstairs.
Yeah,
I
nod
don't
my head.
trust him. He's orange. He's orange and he has small hands.
I nod my head as I'm just like I just start going upstairs and checking stuff around.
Carter begins making his way up the stairs on the right-hand side, and they kind of spiral up lazily to a balcony on the top floor. As you arrive on the top of the balcony, you see that the balcony proper is stripped clean, much like the downstairs was. But there are three doors, each of them closed. That seem to be weather-worn, dusty, but you don't see any evidence that they've been opened or intruded upon.
I still look back and like, get ready, might be trouble. And I have my non-gold harpoon out as a single-handed weapon, and my shield up.
Is the harpoon really a single-handed weapon? That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Well, I mean, you sit there like that. I mean, how would you throw a harpoon
like
two-handed?
Like a two-handed polearm, like Evo.
Well, actually,
Well, it's not a pole arm, it's short.
Yeah, I mean, what's really a pole arm other than an arm attached to a pole, right? A weapon attached to a pole. A spear's a pole arm.
A really big spear. It doesn't matter. It's a one-handed weapon. It's cool.
It's actually a one-handed and versatile weapon. I was using it like a year or two forward with two hands, but now I'm just going to
use it in 2 and 1. That makes sense. It makes sense as a two-handed weapon to me. It's cool. You can use it in 1.
Harpoon is size large. You have to use it in 2 hands.
But to throw it, you throw it with one hand. Because they were traditionally...
If it's a size L weapon, it needs to be used with 2 hands unless you're size L.
So you're saying in history, nobody ever threw a harpoon.
It's that size M harpoon.
Ooh, okay. So it might have been a size change from Player's Handbook to Combat and Tactics.
Yes.
Regardless,
Okay.
you wield in one hand. DM ruling.
Here we go.
So,
Okay, I'm right there beside Carter, and I've got my shield, and I've got consequences, and I have Vesper and Virtue at my side.
okay.
So we've got just animal fierceness all around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be first one in front of them and open the doors easily, pushing them open with my harpoon.
All right. You push the door with your harpoon. The handle goes, and you need to turn the handle. So you do so, and the door swings open. And you peer inside a dark room with no light, no like natural light, but the roof has crumbled in some places, and you see some natural light from the day spill in dustily through the room. You get those motes kind of floating through it. This appears to be some kind of library. The back wall is an entire bookshelf, and it has leather-bound tomes in it. It smells musty, and it smells of old paper. And there is a desk on one side with an inkwell and a feather pen stuck in it, with a chair, and of course a coat rack. And on the coat rack, you see a black leather cloak just dangling there. Finally,
that's weird. I'd say that in common. Let's check the other rooms first. Make sure there's nothing here, and then we'll check them one by one. I go to open the other doors.
Let me see what
there's anybody inside.
Let me see what the duration of what is detect magic is. Wait, where is detect magic? It's not under.
While she's doing the spell, I'm still kind of opening the doors just to see the general idea.
Well, I'm deciding if we want to like look around and then do a detect magic sweep afterwards. It's 2 rounds per level, so I've got 8 rounds. We want to like search a little bit, see what needs to be detected, and then I'll cast the spell and check it all out.
Yeah, that was exactly my plan.
All right.
So that's what we're doing. We just open up.
So you go to the next door. You attempt to open it. It does so. You open it up. There is some kind of workshop in here. Once again, dusty, musty, old smelling, assaults your senses. And here you see glass beakers and vials, some of them still full with strange liquids that bubble inside in some cases or stay still and dark and murky in others. There's 2 large tables set up and strange tubes and interconnected and set up in very scientific. There is a large leather tome splayed open on the front of one of these desks, and sconces are along the walls with a blackish liquid inside of these little balls that hang on them.
I look like whip my sword. I grip my harpoon steadily. It looks like somebody's around here.
Well, that's a relief. It's
it
just
looks
a
like
crazy lab.
How thick is the dust on the lab equipment?
Thick, like no one's been here in a long time. Thick.
Seriously? Well, like, why are the stuff still bubbling though?
It's a good question.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was.
There's no source of heat that you can find in the room, but sure enough, some of the liquids in there bubble.
Interesting. Well, Melissa, I think you've had more of your fair share of what you need to investigate in here. Let's open the last room.
Yeah, let's open the other rooms too. I'm just glad that it's only a spooky haunted castle with a magical lab for doing sinister stuff and things like that. I was really afraid that this was going to be the Ocean House level from Vampire the Masquerade's Bloodlines, and because that's some freaky shit right there.
I think we should just listen to what's his name and go downstairs. This place is creepy up here.
I open the last door.
All right. You open the last door, and you go to, and it's locked. It won't open.
I go back and I say, "Stay back."
Well, no,
And,
don't break it. There could be something dangerous on the other side. Let's just go downstairs.
If it was so dangerous, wouldn't it be able to break the glass itself?
Well, no, it could. It might not be a monster, but it could be something fragile that when it breaks, it does something dangerous. You shouldn't just go kicking down doors. It's probably locked for a reason.
I kick the door.
All right. Please make an open doors check.
Let me check. What's my open doors? My open doors is 14. Do I just roll a 1d20?
Yes, I believe so. It's not a percentage.
That's 12.
You want to be equal to or lower than your number.
We're good then. We're
Yeah.
good. My open
you
doors is
do,
14.
because you have really good strength. Okay.
1877.
So before I describe what happens, please make a save versus poison.
Who told you not to open the door? Who said don't kick down the door? There could be something dangerous behind it. Huh? Ralph might be a simple peasant, but that simple peasant mind has great common sense.
My paralyzed, poison, death is 14. If it matters at all, if the thing hits me, it is AC 20. If it's like a poison dart or something.
So is that an 18 that you rolled on your save?
Yes.
So you passed your save. All right, so you bash open the door, you kick it, the door splinters and flies apart. You hear the sounds of glass shattering and breaking. Shh! And as you step into the doorway,
No, I don't step into the doorway.
cloud and fume envelops you. You begin coughing and hacking, and you sputter yourself away from it, but somehow you went all at the end of Sign's asthma, and you cut down your throat, and none of the poison got in. And you step out of the cloud back into the hallway.
I kind of just waft. I take my pieces of cloth and kind of just waft around the smoke just to air the place out, and then we look inside of the room.
All right. After a solid 2 or 3 minutes, the cloud sinks back and becomes about floor level and begins spilling out around your feet and down into the manor, dispersing itself throughout the chamber.
Okay, go get the animals up to another room so they don't get poisoned.
You're gonna close the other rooms?
No, I'm gonna go take the animals over to another room so they don't get poisoned.
What room do you put them in?
I'll go in the cloak room for now.
The library? Okay. Do you put the animals in there and leave, or do you stay in there with them?
No, I'm gonna wait with them because we want the poison to dissipate anyways. I didn't want the animals.
Yeah,
Sounds good. So Melissa takes her animals to the study, and you step through this poison cloud.
Wait, before I do this, after I waft it through, after it's done, I will shout down to Melissa that it's safe now.
Okay.
I'm just taking them there until it's safe, because since they're down lower, and you said the cloud was going down low.
Yeah, exactly. Now shit, it's good. It's safe now.
Okay, I come back with them.
Okay.
Cool. And now we all go.
Rob, as you usher the animals out, you turn your back to the room, and as you're about to step back out into the hallway, please make a perception check for me.
Run!
The mountain lion's only surprised on a 1.
So this is, dear audience, how fast Rob has already memorized the stat block of a mountain lion.
So D20 plus.
If you ever want to be an OP player, this is where you learn.
Wait, perception. Where's my 11? That's right. It was crummy.
All right. So as you're ushering out your animals, you catch movement out of the corner of your eye, and quick as you blink, the cloak turns not into a black cloak, but into a vicious creature that has long, sharp teeth and beady red eyes and grasping hooked claws as the cloak creature springs forward towards you with blinding speed.
Is it a cloaker?
Yes.
Ah!
I don't think Neither of us see this, Ralph. We're in the corridor, remember? She's inside.
That's right.
Mhm.
It is going to attempt to latch itself onto you and envelop you.
All right.
Do you scream? Do you scream like Ralph?
Does a 22 strike your AC?
Oh, holy shit! It almost does.
Did you say almost?
It might. 23.
Holy crap.
Oh my god, I'm not a highest AC? What?
Wow. Okay. So
All my other characters walked around without any armor. They kept getting killed.
But you just are able, because of your heightened awareness, to throw up your shield at the last moment, and its claws rake against it, and it tries to envelop you, but you just shove it back, and this enraged creature is in front of you. I believe it's time to roll initiative.
All right.
I'm guessing that we hear this.
And can I
Absolutely,
shout?
yes. It is shrieking and screaming in loud noises.
Let's see. Mace speed
11.
Nice.
We're gonna go for harpoon.
So Ralph goes at 11.
I
Carter
go at 11 as well.
11.
Everybody gets it.
Rob goes at 11. All of
Actually,
you
no.
go second to the cloaker, which
I'm gonna change that to net, which is the same speed, by the way.
Okay, so you're gonna go net, not harpoon.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
we have enough damage.
So it's going to decide that it still really wants to eat you, Melissa, and it hungrily shrieks and dives, floats around and dives again at you with its claws outstretched.
All right. Well, I'll try not to be hit.
And no, it can't make purchase. As it scrambles against you, it flaps its tail from side to side in an aggressive manner, and it's going to swing at your two dogs.
Okay. Well, when it tries to hit me, I go, "Faith protects me. You can't get past faith."
Very good. It screeches, clawing at you.
God.
And then its tail strikes a 21 at your elven dog.
Ah!
And
No,
it strikes an 8 at your mountain lion.
You know
All
the
right.
AC
So how much is the damage?
So the tail damage, I'm assuming it hits just the dog.
Yeah.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from this long tail, prehensile tail that smacks the dog. And then all of you go at once.
Oh boy. All right.
Net on its face. That's 20.
Yep, your net strikes true, and envelops the creature.
Oh, well, that's my turn. I say, it's caught! Take your distance and kill it.
All right.
Ralph will.
Okay, go ahead, Ralph.
Ralph will charge it bravely with his pitchfork.
Okay, as the net is in the air, Ralph runs up to it and stabs with his pitchfork.
The golden pitchfork is a 19.
All right, as you strike with the golden pitchfork, the ends crumple and smash together, and it just bends and breaks in your hand. It deals D2 damage.
I think he has also a bonus from the net. I don't remember.
He's acting at the same time as you, so all your actions kind of resolve at once. So
okay, cool.
it'll be netted at the end of the...
I do 2 damage unless it was
yeah,
a critical
it
hit.
strikes it, and you can tell that this like bludgeoning force of the gold collapsed in on itself hurts the creature some. But you hold up your it is crumpled and all but useless.
Well, that's a shitty weapon.
Melissa?
Well, Dandy, I gave you a harpoon, Alf.
Oh, we were supposed to use the gold ones on the Bandersnatch, not on the cloakers. Oh God, we've ruined them.
I shake my head as if, oh my god, he still doesn't get it.
All right. So what's the sound? I go, all right, animals, let's show this cloaker what Martha can do. And I and Virtue and Vesper all attack.
Yep. as the net's flying through the air and the harpoons or the pitchforks getting smashed, you rain fury on it.
All right, so let's see.
Well, I guess technically we should have battle music. I'm very bad at remembering to switch my music. Sorry, Neil.
It's okay.
Well, I just thought maybe it was battle in a spooky place music.
I mean, it is a battle in a spooky place.
Let me see. Is that my full bonus to hit?
Calculating all the minute +2s and +3s that you have in there. Also, you have flanking bonus because you have a lot of people attacking.
Yeah, you can take flanking for your 3 attacks. And you know what? So could Ralph.
Yeah. All right, so 19 was my main.
19 hits.
6 plus 1.
Also, Rob, one of them at least is a back attack.
Okay.
Because you're 4 of you attacking the same creature.
We'll call the one getting the back attack one of his dogs.
So I've only got 1 dog. All right, so
lioness and dog are dogs to me.
Okay, so 4 points with the mace.
Okay.
Now let's see. Next up, we have my dog who gets a +3 to hit. All right, so virtue 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 2 to 8.
Dog also gets back. Greg just said.
Okay, so how much for back if it's +2 for flank?
+2.
3. Okay, so 5. So
that's too bad.
7 unfortunately misses. It tries to chomp down, but its wriggling tail doesn't let it.
all right, so one of the paws hit then.
The 23 definitely hits. Yep.
So it's only 1 to 4. All right, so it's only a D4, but hey, every bit counts. 2,
Okay.
and then Vesper. I think Vesper also has the same. Contrary to Chucky, I don't have it all memorized, but let me see.
He's just trying to appear a normal person.
Well, see, I had to look up quotes like Ahab, from the heart of hell I stabbed at thee and all this stuff. I had to be ready
Of course. No puns must go.
Yeah, I had to be ready for the harpooning. All right, so
Yes, rampooning.
all right, so +3. There we go. 20 or +5.
8 misses. 24 hits. 20 hits.
All right, so let's see. So that is
Or did you claw bite?
yeah. So 1 to 3 and 1 to 6.
No modifiers?
That's just normal damage. 3, so 3 points.
Max damage?
And 1 point.
All right. So your creatures sink their bites deep into the hide of this creature, and it thrashes about, and you see Icarish black oozing blood begin to sneak out of its wounds. It screams again in pain, and it looks like you've done a decent amount of damage to this. It looks quite injured. But it is still alive and still kicking, so it is time for initiative.
Oh boy.
Not even the wolf can be scared right now. There's this creature is completely surrounded, and there's so many people attacking it.
Yeah,
And there's
but
a
Ralph's
net on its
pitchfork is broken and he doesn't have any other weapons.
Yes, you do. Specifically, a harpoon.
I'm
given
a
to
wizard. I can't use a harpoon.
Well,
So I
it's
can make an
a
attack at
torpedo.
-5 with a harpoon.
you. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's better than nothing.
How are you skilled with a pitchfork? As fast as I'm aware, pitchfork is not a dagger or a staff.
Pitchforks and harpoons are entirely different weapons and can't be interchanged. But wizards can only use simple weapons, and a pitchfork is like the simplest weapon possible. I also grew up on a farm.
13 for Ralph, for Carter and Melissa. Ralph, what are you rolling?
I think it's time for Ralph to... No, he's going to save his spells for the banner snatch. Ralph is going to pick up a book or something. Oh, no, there's a bubbling flask nearby. Are we still...
That's in the other room.
No,
Shit, that's back in the other room. No, we're gone from there. I'll pick up something off the ground and hurl it.
Okay.
Find anything. A rock, a book,
You go at
broken
the
table
same
leg.
time as the cloaker does. So you begin scrambling around on the ground looking for something to pick up and throw at it. You find what has to be someone's old shoe sitting next
Perfect! Oh!
and you huck it at it. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I guess I'm not proficient in throwing shoes, but... Well, it's alright. 3 was going to miss anyway.
Yeah, so you definitely miss. At the same time, the cloaker whips around, decides it needs to eat an easier target than Melissa. She's proving too tough. And it looks at you, Ralph. And it dives at you, claws extended.
That's what you get for trying to cruise.
It can't really die, but
19,
yeah.
I'm assuming, hits you as a level 1 wizard.
I have 10 AC, and, wait,
Yeah.
does it get past them? Because they're all surrounding it, and I'm kind of...
You came up and stabbed it with a melee weapon, and then you lurched around and tried to hit it with a shoe.
That's true. That's
So
true.
you
Oh,
were one
God.
of the other 3 options it could have chosen. You were
God.
option 3, exactly.
Oh, God.
So, it
AC?
hits you at a 19, I am sure. It sinks its fangs into you.
God, Ralph is going to die.
It envelops you. You are surrounded in the blackness of the cloaker. The rest, Carter and Melissa, you just see Ralph disappear inside of this thing. It's black and dark, and you just hear Ralph's moaning and then it whips around with its tail.
The net isn't doing anything?
That's what I was trying to say for like 2 minutes.
Oh, that's
here.
right. You hit it with a net.
Yeah.
I was like, dang! Did I miss where it escaped the net?
Like that was a very good like net throw.
I'm sorry. With all of your actions happening at once, I forgot it was in a net. So it doesn't do any of that. Instead, on its turn, it attempts to break out of the net.
Ralph is alive.
I believe this is opposed strength checks, right?
This is an opposed strength check. The attacker loses 4 points of effective strength for determining success of freeing oneself from the net per successful round of attack.
Okay, so it's going to lose 4 strength. So that's cool. Then it will roll to get free with a 26.
Wow, okay, that's a lot. But wait for it. Opposed strength, you said.
Yep.
Opposed strength, you said.
All right.
Oh my God.
You yank on your net and it
basically
falls
what happens is that
struggling against it and can't move.
it squeeches, and I'm like, just shut up already.
Yep.
I've hunted bears bigger than.
Yeah, it attempts to break free, but it can't move, and the net just tightens down on it. And then its turn passes as Ralph misses it with a shoe, despite the bonus from the net that he would otherwise be getting. And then that brings us to Melissa's turn.
All right, so we're gonna go full animal apocalypse on this thing here. So let's see. First,
Also, I just read the creature also completely loses its dexterity bonuses and shield bonuses until it is freed for its armor class.
Sounds good.
is that getting into the crit range? It was a 19 on the die. 24 total.
What is it, a 24 over 17? Yes, that does crit.
17 minus dex.
All right, so 2d6 plus 2 then.
Yep.
Now it's 13.
All right. It gets bit, and the cloaker gets just shaken and ripped around by Vesper, and it lays still as the beast begins gnawing through it. dead.
Okay, that was actually my mace, but yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured everybody dog piles on
and
it.
your dog bites on it, and Mayhem just chews it up.
Cool. So it's dead? Or what's happening?
It's all dead, right?
It's dead. All right, cool. So I make sure I kind of jump on the dog and say, hey, that's my net. Don't chew on that net. And I start kind of untangling the corpse from the net. Before I do, in the middle of the process, I just take my harpoon and stab it a couple of times just to make sure, and then I take the net off.
All right, yeah. You stab it a few times. More ichor just boinks out of it, and it lays motionless. Now, very much looking like a creature, and less like a cloak as it lays still.
Are you okay, Ralph? You look like you had a moment out of like a bad Nicolas Cage sci-fi movie.
Oh no, man! I had this it's like a weird sense of deja vu, like a reverse deja vu, like something like I saw the future unfold before me, as if it was already happened, and
and then suddenly there's a pat on your back. But I was there to stop it. Don't worry about it, friend.
You're an awful nice orc, mister. You might not be quite as nice as Borscht, but you certainly are more useful, and I bet your cooking's a little better too. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Agent Carter? Officer Carter?
Agent Carter.
Agent, what is this agent you're talking about? Is there another Carter impersonating me?
I thought you were from the agency. Never mind.
Guys, that was a cloaker. Do you know what that means?
Absolutely no idea whatsoever.
That means this is a classic dungeon. So we need to be on the lookout for piercers and trappers and just rust monsters and all kinds of stuff.
Do they also look like household items?
Mimics are total classic dungeon creatures.
Should we just hack everything we see to bits before it gets a chance to move?
That seems like the wisest choice.
Good.
If it's something that could be a mimic. I don't think they're tables so much. They're usually chests. Those are the pictures I always see.
I'm back at Melissa and say, hey, Melissa, by the way.
Although it seems like they would be much more effective if they were toilets.
The door, the poison door, now open. The poison's free. Let's go see what's there.
Well, don't you think we gotta go get the Bandersnatch? Something tells me there's not a lot of time left to kill the Bandersnatch and get out of this darn castle before something happens and we all have to stop. Maybe we should go get the Bandersnatch, guys. Maybe there's only an hour left and we should go get the Bandersnatch. Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, maybe we'll go get a Bandersnatch, or maybe we'll poke around in a closet for a little while longer. See you guys on the other side of the break. Bye-bye.